Yeah. All righty. How y'all doing? Let me see. My mic on. Whoa, we got comments already here. Bowtie, how are you doing, David? Billy Hydroponics, what's up? Good evening. Good evening. He's saying hello. That was me. Hey, y'all. Who else is here? 8 inch. How are you? Did I pronounce it right? Julie, how are you? I'm on for once. Hi there. You were on here before? I hear you. Okay, cool. Appreciate it. Thank you. I never know. And then I see Julie's on Facebook and we got YouTube going. So going out to both of them. Patricia, hello. First timer Brad Boomer. How are you doing? Welcome. Enjoy the show. If you're into gardening and hydroponics and that, you're in the right spot. Oh, on time. Okay. Remember, let's see. I'm in gardening and YouTube. Okay, y'all talking to each other. All right, we're going to talk about brainstorming and that because David had mentioned that in one of the comments, and he's here, Bowtie Life. So y'all go check him out. Bowtie Life and Hillbilly Hydroponics both have a channel here on YouTube, and David's actually on several different platforms. Are you on different platforms too, Dan? But y'all go check them out, and maybe we'll all brainstorm. But hey, Deb, how are you doing? How's the weather everywhere? I know you gotta be a little cooler than us, but it was like just high 80s today. It was like wonderful in the shade. You know, out in the sun it was still hot, but um, man, it was just awesome, awesome weather out in the shade compared to what it's been. Yeah, I've had another channel that was monetized under old YouTube rules. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I this one started the the very first one. I think I had to get 10,000 views, and that was it. It didn't matter how many subscribers or anything. It was like 10,000 views, and I was like, oh, that's easy. And in a couple of months, when I first started my channel and had that like really quick. But then they switched up the rules, and I wasn't to 1,000 yet, so they took it away from me until I hit it again. So I was in it, then I was out, then I was back in. Hot and dry here. I hear you. Still 97. Holy moly. Still 97. Yeah, you can get that like on one video, right? So I was putting out videos and getting like 35 views or something, or 100, a couple hundred, and it didn't take but a couple of months. What's up? Keely was tickled about the little video you had posted in the group. And we're going to talk about brainstorming, and then we're going to talk about y'all can't see the black one, can you? I said I'd give away some of these, but I didn't know which one to give away. I forgot that I have several of them. So we'll talk about that and see which one y'all want to go ahead and have a little giveaway. Or how about maybe what do y'all think if we did like the drawing first and whoever won could like pick which one? I'll explain what we have there in case like people are new and they could pick which one they want. And we'll go from there. Algae. Are you calling me Algae? Damon Designs, how are you doing? Carol, welcome. Hello. She's saying hello to Keely too. I told Keely y'all want her to get on here. She was saying y'all were wanting to get on the live stream too. I am from Vegas. It's hot here. I can imagine. If you're in Nevada and let's see, if you're in the hydroponics, when I had the living wall, the guy that I saw do it and where I got my idea from was from Nevada. And so if you look in my video where we have all that stuff growing on the felt grow bags with the little pump and water dripping down, he was somebody help me remember the name. I know it's Chuck, I think, and it was Together We Grow. And that's on YouTube and stuff. He's doing like those little experiments, but he does a whole lot of other stuff that I didn't even mention. So he's got like a nonprofit, I think, and they set up aquaponics in like schools and things like that too, or different places. So go check his channel out there. My middle kiddo met her. Oh, cool. She gets to play with 3D printers this year. Awesome. That's cool. Hey, so you can, I'll get you the files and stuff and y'all can just print your own. And if she's doing it like in school, she'll probably make them better than me. They can, because I don't know really how to do this. I'm like kind of just working my way through. So I have to like do it, print one up, test it, do it again, do it again. Black garbage bags, best so far. Oh yeah, for algae. Yeah, early drawing, yes. Okay, we'll do a drawing and like I said, then somebody can pick. I'll go ahead and go through those in a second and tell you what the different kinds are. Winston Homestead, how are you? That sounds like you've got a channel too, right? So everybody can go check that one out. Let's see. Yay. We need some thumbs up. 31 watching. 3 thumbs up. Oh, you know what it is? I forgot that. And then we need a little ding sound. Oh, here. That gets you excited to do it, right? Keela, I just sent Lily's rock picture to Mike's email for you to see. Okay, cool. I'll get that to her. I'm great. We do. Awesome. Cool. Yes. Yours are amazing. Da, 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 da. We live down in is that Arkansas? For a decade. What part are you from? Okay, you're talking to something Winston Homestead. I thought I was reading Winston Homestead. I get mixed up here. You guys are talking amongst yourself. 14 likes on my side. Okay, cool. That's cool. Appreciate it. Okay, Keely's got bow ties. Thank you, Keely. Thank you. You rock. That rock video was so cute. Oh, cool. Appreciate it. So one thing, thank you, Keely. You're awesome. Yeah, that's my wife. And what do you call it? Now Keely's got another channel too. You can pop your channel up there once in a while, Keely. A rock channel where she paints rocks, and that's the one that we had sent with the little chili pepper. But she's got some other ones. I don't know if she's got any left. She had them in an Etsy shop, but what do you call it? If you guys are getting into the free course, it's going to teach you how to make YouTube videos, and we're going to put it over. Some of y'all went and signed up for it already. I'll talk about it this weekend. I almost got it all set up, the rest of the stuff, and I'm recording the introductory videos where we're going to start. So that's almost set up. But one of the things we're going to do in there, besides just, I could just put a course and just put tutorials and say, here you go, have at it, right? But we're going to kind of like be holding your hands and help you through it. The people who need help setting stuff up, we're going to help them set it up. If you need help filming, we're going to maybe have a live stream where you can ask questions about filming, whether with your camera or with your phone. And it's all going to be basic stuff, so nobody can get, don't get all frazzled in that. We're not going to do any kind of color grading and all kind of funky stuff. We're going to do the basics to get you started, just like the hydroponics, right? There's all kinds of stuff we're going to do with hydroponics. We're going to do the basics to get you so that all of you can have your own channel up and get going. And then I'm going to show you different ways that you can actually monetize off of it. And it's not getting rich, but even if you got 10 or 15 bucks coming in a week off of that, that buys a meal to buy some groceries, right? So we get you going like that, and then you can build it up from there. There you go. And what's going to happen is Keely's random rock paints. We're going to really focus on that channel because this one's running, right? So when I tell people I'm going to show them how to do social media, they'll look at this and go, oh, you got a 200,000 followers or something, or you got 1 million on Facebook, yeah, you can get views. So what we're going to do is make videos for Keely's channel, which she has a couple of channels where she's just been uploading, stuff that she paints. We're actually going to start focusing on that. And what do you got, Keely? Like 1,000? I think she hasn't even got to 1,000 yet. So they're not big channels. So you guys are going to be able to see like in real time how I might even edit a few of her shorts or something in the live stream, not here on YouTube when we get into that course. and you can sit there and watch us edit it and upload it. And then what we're going to do is you guys are going to film your stuff in your garden. You know, right now, if anybody's going to be in it at all, if you're even thinking about it, don't worry about editing. Don't worry about posting. Don't worry about doing anything. But if you are growing anything right now, film everything. And if you need to, go get a little hard drive or a flash drive or something that can store some memory. And, you know, whether it's a picture or just short little videos and you don't have to do any audio over it, we can do voiceovers later. But that way you've got something, because you guys know, you've been on my channel, right? I just made a video, I think a couple of weeks ago, got a lot of views in that, and it was something that we had did last season. And then I put something up that we filmed 4 years ago. And I put something up when we moved here was 2017, 2018. So it was in February. So almost six and a half years. I took something I filmed about 6 years ago, cut it up again, and put it back out there. And I know it got hundreds of thousands of views. I haven't even checked lately or whatever. We can actually pull up my channel on different things, or you guys can go look at it. But I've got like tons of videos, so it's hard to look through them all. And that was stuff that I filmed 6 years ago. So whatever you're growing out there, film a little bit and save it somewhere, so that when we get in there and we start putting little videos together and editing, you never know. It always helps, even if you don't take those to use as like the subject. When you edit, it's always good to pull in like little shots from other stuff to keep the flow going. So it's not like we're just like when I was up here last night, we were just cutting the microgreens. If I just had like a 20-minute video of me cutting the microgreens and just talking about it, it tends to get a little boring, right? But if you throw in some other stuff, when I was talking about other things with y'all, and if I could cut some other video in there, then that breaks up the monotony. So we're going to be teaching you all that, but you've got to have like your own like stuff, your own raw footage that you can take and mess around with. And we're going to teach you all of that. And lots of the stuff, I've got three hard drives with like, 4 terabytes. I've got tons of footage from the last 7 years. And that's what I had like in one of the other courses that I did. And I was putting up some videos, but people didn't really use it. I'm going to let you all use it. And that's why I'm doing this like to this extent, because I found out, I tried to do this last year or a year ago, 2 years ago, and I tried to help people out, and I put my stuff out there for free. And I said, I'm uploading these videos, and I made them copyright free, and you can use them. And I was telling them how to take them, cut them up, put a voiceover. What's up, Tony? And I don't think not one person actually edited it. The only people who took any of the videos just took them just as they were and just uploaded it, or ripped like my videos off with me talking and everything and just put it up like that, or the music that I used and just put it up. And because of the content ID, it recognizes that it's reuse content. They won't get any views. They, because I can see them in the course. I'll show you analytics and how we see all of this. So, and I don't mind. It's just, if you're going to do something, I'd rather you get views, because you're getting out to more people than that, right? And what you do is you take those and you break them up. But I found out that most of the people didn't take those videos because they didn't know what to do with it. So that's what we're going to do. That's why we're going to hold you by the hand this time. If you guys have already, like Winston Homestead's already got a channel, Bowtie's already got a channel, Hillbilly's already got a channel, right? We're going to go ahead and get whoever doesn't have a channel, we'll get stuff up there. You don't have to have your personal things. You don't have to have your personal life and everything. This isn't about us being YouTubers and everything, but we're going to go ahead and get your channels, whether it's YouTube, Facebook. I'd rather have you on everything, Instagram, TikTok, so you can test and put things, because you never know when one pops off from the other one doesn't. Because I can guarantee you, I'll get a video and put it on Facebook Reels, and it'll get going good, and I'll have 100,000, 200,000, 3, and you see the views going up hour by hour. And I have that same video over on TikTok or YouTube, and it'll get like 200 views. So they don't work everywhere, and that's why I like to kind of change it up and be more platform specific. And I'm probably getting into this way too much than everybody wants to hear, But that's going to be in the course too. So there's a bunch of little nuances than just filming videos and just putting them up. And then I'm going to show you how, if you want to learn how to edit a couple, like, I don't know if you've seen some of mine where like the milk jugs go pop, 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 you know, like the little cuts. I'm going to teach you all how to do all of that stuff and do some editing that's a little bit more than just straight talking. That way, if you want to learn how to do some shorts that get attention and breaks pattern and that, I'm going to teach you how to do that. And what we'll do is we'll take something and we'll all cut it up. We all edit different, right? And you can use your own music, or you can voice over and I'll do a voiceover and it'll be completely different. And we'll work on the same thing like one weekend or something. And y'all will have content to put up of your own, but it'll be kind of the same thing. It was really substantial. Sand at the beach is normally not good due to salts. Yeah, but don't eat it. And I can't wait to join the course. Cool, Winston. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Do you use a tripod or one of those point of view neck thingies? I use whatever I can. So there's different times for everything, and we're gonna go into like content creation. But like the tripod I'll use, and there's certain things, like I said, if I'm going to, like the little thing with the milk jugs where one appears, then the next one, then the next one, then the next one, your clean plate, which is like if I step out of here, like if I go like this and nothing's moving, that's my clean plate. So you want something like that so you can edit and have that background, and you don't want that to move. And then every time you add something in, like if I come over and took everything out of here, right? Then I would use a tripod because I don't want that camera moving. And then I would come and just set one thing up, get out of frame, come and set one thing up, get out of frame, and then I'd have something to edit with. So you have to have it on a tripod, because if your tripod moves, then you're not going to have that still movement where it looks like things just pop on. It's going to look jerky in that. So we'll show you different explanations in that and help you with everything. I don't edit because I don't know how, and we're gonna fix that, Hillbilly. You're gonna know how. So do I buy sand at the store like Home Depot? I did. That's like everything I do. Everybody's got to make their own decision. It's just like if I have a bucket, right? It's white, so they see food grade. Everybody's happy, and they go, "You're gonna get algae. You're gonna get algae." So I get a blue bucket, and I do that, and then they're like, "That's not food grade." So it's just whatever's comfortable for you. There's people who say, they are food grade. If you look at the bottom, the recycling number, I think it's number 2, and no jokes, but the orange ones are number 2 also. So I think, technically they could hold food, but some people, because they don't say food grade, some people don't want to use them. And we're not really storing food in it. It's just holding the nutrients, that the plant's going to use. But everybody just kind of, hey, Serena, Cousins, Douglas, what's up? Everybody's just got to, figure out for themselves what they want to use. It's just like organic. When we go to the store, there's traditional and there's organic, and you can buy either or, and it's not like against the law to do either one. But some people spend a little bit more money and go to organic, and some people don't. They buy conventional. So the sand is just, I use play sand because it said it was good for sandboxes, which I figure if it's good enough for the kids to play in, they're not going to put anything toxic in something that they're saying kids can sit there and play, because the kids will have it in their mouth and eat it and everything too, right? And it says it's good for your garden and everything. So I use that. Like I said, the only thing I tell people not to get is the paver sand, because they've got a glue in it to set up when you put it in between the pavers. And let's see, did I miss any, what you call it? I don't know. Is it, blah, blah, blah. If I missed anything, guys, I can't go all the way back to use a tripod. About sprouting, I'll go back to about here. I use Liquitex on the rocks. Okay, Keely's talking about her rock. Should I buy sand to use to sprout so it's clean? It's okay right off the beach. The dogs walk on the beach. Yeah, see, that's up to you. It's you. I wouldn't suggest it, but if you want to get it and clean it, you can. Even horses, everything is flown up out of the ocean, and even the medical waste and everything. Who knows what's in it, and everybody else is just walking around there on the beach too. So you're just going to have to figure out what you want to do. To me, it's just as easy. Look, I go to Home Depot. There's a 50-pound bag for $5.62. You know, I was buying an 18-pound bag of hydrogen for 30 something dollars, and almost $40 with tax. What's up, Tanya? Texas Nurse. Hello, Patricia. Hello, Natalie. I get my 5-gallon buckets from my local Walmart bakery. Yep, $1. And 2.5-gallon, 5-gallon buckets. Yeah, with the lids, food safe. Yeah, that's awesome. That's what I went by there. And it's just, I think somebody else was beating me up there all the time, because when I went up, they would have none. And he'd say, well, let me go check. And they were nice too, because they would go have a little bit in a bucket from the night before, and they would actually scrape it out and put it in a bowl or something to use. And they washed it out for me too. Some people are saying they don't wash it out, and gave me a couple. So if you're nice to them and that, they'll have some. Yeah, definitely. That's what you don't want to use. All that stuff will seep out. It's like really, really, really nasty stuff. Yeah, sand is cheap. That's why I tried it. And that's why somebody had asked me, because, like I said, the hydrogen was getting kind of expensive. I buy it in bulk, but if you're getting like little bags of it at a time, it gets really expensive in that. So this, you just about any home improvement store has sand, any nursery, almost anywhere you can get it. And then David said he might try beet sand. And, you know, we've got Florida sand, but I could try it. I really don't want to do that, because then only people in Florida would like be doing that. So I want to do something that like everyone, you know, can just go ahead and do. Hi, Serena. Hi, hi. Yep. Everybody's saying hello to each other. All that stuff out of the ocean is nutrients. I collected seaweed once. Yeah. What's that stuff floating up to? Sargasm or something. One of the, it's like you can see it looks like about the size of an island coming across. And then when it hits us, we get kind of like the red tide and all that with it. But I think it missed Florida and it went towards Mexico, where all the resorts are, and that, and they all get upset because they have to spend. They actually take truckloads. They have bulldozers running like all day trying to get all the stuff off the beach, because they want all the tourists out there, and the tourists don't like walking around in all that seaweed. But it's like healthy stuff or something. I think one guy was actually taking it and forming like bricks that they could actually make houses out of. But I digress. We'll be talking about seaweed all night. They know me, saving for me, and been buying. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, see, if you can get a relationship up somewhere like that, that's cool. We had there was another sub shop besides you people in Florida, besides Firehouse. Keely, what is that? The other sub shop. They had King Kong in it. When we walked in the door, there was like a big King Kong in there. Anyhow, you guys know what I'm talking about. There's a sub shop here in Florida. It has like King Kong coming out of the wall. We went in there and they had like rows of buckets sitting up on a wall, and I was like, "Oh!" I just asked them, "said Can I buy any of those? Are you selling them?" And I guess one of the managers was saving it, and she came out and she goes, "Well, how much or whatever? You know, we paid, you know, $1 a piece." And I was like, "Yeah, I'll pay $1 a piece." And I bought like 20 of them, like at one time. That's when we were making the what's the with all the buckets on the gutter, rain gutter grow system by Larry Hall. Seagrasses. I watched for it on the winter. We get a lot this year. Did a video and collecting it. Cool. We'll have to check that out. I want to make an indoor wall garden so I can grow stuff in my Colorado winters. Yeah, that would be cool. How do pickles? Enjoy a moment. They relish it. That's a dad joke, right? Walmart, $1. Here I come. Yeah, $1 for it. Compared to Walmart was like, well, somebody said now, just made a comment because Walmart was a little bit cheaper. Home Depot, I was getting them for 11 something now, and then with the lids, it's 12 or 13 bucks. And Walmart, somebody said was down around $5 or $6, which isn't too bad. But then free or $1 is like a whole lot better. I got my refillable bottle. Yeah, cool, awesome. Keep me posted. I previously bought a bag of sand to do root cuttings. Yeah, that's awesome. Thanks, Mike. No problem. Happy to start microgreens. Yeah, yeah. Let me know how that goes. And if you get into this course and you start posting and all that too, that's something else you've got, to do. Is everybody doesn't have to do hydroponics. And if you do other kind of gardening in that, we're going to teach you. It applies to all of it. And after I get this going, then I'll be able to like help other people in other niches. But since I knew so many people that garden already, I was like, this is perfect. We've already got something in common. And when I teach, we can kind of relate to something. So it's going to be cool. Is the sand pH balance? I've tried it before and had trouble ongoing hydration. Yeah, when I'm doing just like microgreens, I don't work too much. I don't think it really, in 7 to 10 days, I don't think it's going to make much difference unless, it's like really, really harsh. And, if you were here yesterday, you saw the big thing of pak choi I had, right? That was the second one that we did in there. I still got some growing out of the first one. I trimmed most of them and left a couple in there. And I got some red cabbage going right now. And I'm going to wait and harvest all of that and have nothing because the temperature is going to drop next week. Not drop, but it'll be down below 90 for a good week. So it'll be good for growing microgreens. It'll still be tough. It's still up around 90 degrees, but 88, something like that. So I'm going to like harvest everything, have nothing. And then if I can film from out there or live stream, we're going to go put the camera outside and film when I do it. But I'm going to go ahead and plant some out. And I'm not going to plant like 50 because most of you won't be doing that. We'll plant a good, I'll bring all the different seeds that we have out there and plant a couple of each of them, and we'll see how they do. And then if they don't, in like a week, we'll have some more come in. But I'm going to start from scratch and then plant some and then do a couple more. Hey, Susan from New Zealand, how are you doing? We got people all over the world. That's it, Larry's subs. Larry's giant subs. Right? Oh man, that makes me hungry now. I want to go get a Larry subs. We haven't had that in years. Green movement. Where else? Whoa, am I way behind? $1 with the lid in the bakery. That's like, you can't beat that. Let's see, you're talking to Bowtie, the relish joke. Let's see, talking to Damon. Yeah, the adapter fixes hydration. Yeah, exactly. What did you decide about the RO water? I don't know. I'm going to give it a try. Keely, without explaining the medical things that she's going through, she's got a histamine intolerance. So there's different things that she's allergic to some things, but then there's some things that like set her off. And the only way they explained it to us was that you've got a cup and your histamines, ours is like around like this and hers goes up. And then when it overflows, she has this reaction where she ends up in the emergency room, and she carries around an EpiPen and all that. But certain things will set her off, so she's got to try and keep her cup like half full and that, and not get it up. And she's been doing really good, like the last year, the couple of other years. What do you call it? Keely's been a real trooper, but she was in and out of the ER, and what do you call it? So she has to watch different things. That's things that we weren't thinking about. We thought she was eating healthy. She actually went vegetarian and was trying to just eat a strict diet. And then she was doing all the healthy stuff that people were saying to eat healthy. Tomatoes. We're eating a lot of tacos and Mexican food and just all kinds of things. But avocados were one of the things that are high in histamine, which we didn't even know. We thought they're saying avocados are like really good for you. So, me, I can eat a bunch of them. So they're not going to bother me. But her, she's not allergic to it, so she can eat it, but it raises her histamine levels. And then when the cup overflows, then that happens. All this other stuff happens, rashes, and you can't breathe and stuff. So tomatoes, that's why we don't grow a whole lot of tomatoes and different things like that. So yeah, exactly. Julie knows. I was going to say there's some nurses in this chat and that too, right? See, Keely, some other people know. Keely's like talking. There's not a whole lot of people that like understand. Even her doctors like look at her crazy because an allergist was like scratching his head trying to figure. He goes, look, I don't know. He goes, you might have, and he was explaining that and explaining the cup half full, half empty, because he said some of the things that you have aren't like allergy related, because when you have an allergic reaction, either it gets you or you get it. You take, your like Benadryl or something, it takes care of it, or your EpiPen and that, and then it stops. But Keely would be in the emergency room. They'd pump her up full of prednisone and all kinds of stuff, and she would still have symptoms like 2, 3, 4 days later. It would take a long time, and he was saying that was normal. That's when he was talking about that. So Keely actually had to research all this stuff herself. Why did I start talking about that? Let me go back here and Larry's Giant Subs. All right, here we go. So one of the things is, one of the doctors that she's like watching and that on it was talking about the different waters, and if you have to watch like your tap water, your city water might have it in it, and something that might set you off and things. So she got the reverse osmosis machine, and we just got one that sits on the countertop. It was a couple $100, but she used it, but then we didn't realize that there's stuff in it to, we thought it was just like a filter kind of thing. But there's also this other filter that's in there that like your filter on your faucet has like charcoal and stuff in it. And this has some different things in it. And every time she drank it, it was messing her up. So she's just one of those rare cases. So I've got a long story, or short story long, I guess, the other way. Take that, switch it around. I've got the machine, and she, was going to send it back. And I felt bad because I don't want to send it back to someone because it wasn't their fault. It wasn't broken or anything. It's just we got it. We couldn't use it, and it's a good machine and it works. So I was like, heck, somebody asked me if I used it on my plants. So I said, I can just do some tests with it when I have it. So if anybody's interested in seeing that, I'll go ahead and do the RO water and grow some regular microgreens, and then put the RO water in some and do something like that. So that's one thing we might do. Now I'm probably lost on the comments and that. With adapters, you can't have drain holes. It's the bottom waters for a week or so. Yeah. Thanks, David, for explaining that. The 3D printer was going into middle school today. Awesome. So I actually got to see the inside hollow of the 3D printer that you were talking about. So neat. Yeah, that's neat. You could do it solid, but it would be this is like the filament that comes out like 2 millimeters or whatever, 0.4 millimeters or something. So this is like printing like that. So if you're doing it solid, it would take a long time. So what they do is they print like this is solid here, right? Even that thick. And this here is actually kind of hollow right there on the bottom. This one, that thickness, that's solid. And what it'll do is it'll print like a shell, and then you pick what kind of, they call it infill. It's the infill that's on the inside, and there's different patterns that you can make. And if you look into geometry and everything, different patterns, if you have like a square is not a real sturdy thing because it's a parallelogram, right? You can move, if you push and stress it one way, it can move. So a square is not really structurally sound, but if you make a triangle, right, one side can't move without the other. So your infill, if you do like little triangles or honeycombs or different shapes, it depends on what you do. So it actually makes the inside like actually a whole lot stronger instead of like a bunch of thin pieces of plastic just melted together. Because if you just went like this and just kept thin pieces of plastic melted like that, then you would be able to take it and break it this way because everything's stacked up like a pancake. So this does little patterns in that on the inside, and when you see them going, it's like hypnotic. It's mesmerizing just watching it print and do that. I gotta like walk away, or I'll just be sitting there staring at it all day. Mass cell activator, yes, exactly. Texas nurse, appreciate it. Thank you very much, and Keely, that will appreciate that too. That some people actually know what that is. What is Casper's favorite pepper? The ghost pepper. Casper likes him hot. Yep, nurse also here. Okay, cool. RN, understand. Cool. Awesome. Thank you very much. Another one, Penny. Keely's smart to do her own research. Yeah, it took a little while, but she's doing a whole lot better this year. And thank God for like the internet, being able to actually find like resources in that. I think one was like the Mayo Clinic or something. All right, what are you talking about here? Alcohol, wine, beers, processed meat, cheese. Okay, yeah, these are all things that are like high in enzymes and stuff, right? 3 filters, yep. Takes everything out of the water. So the RO water will suck everything out of your body, salt and everything. Okay. Wonder if it'll do that to my microgreens. I've always been interested in cultured microbiomes for my greenhouse aquaponics build. Have you heard of anything about breeding microorganisms for specific chemical pathways to? Nope. Genuine NPC. If you're new around here, I'm on the quest to be the dumbest gardener in the world. So anything above putting some nutrients in the water and putting a plant in it, I don't know much more than that. I don't have meters. I don't check my pH. I don't balance the pH. And I don't check my EC levels. I just add more nutrient water to it. If it looks like it needs it, if it looks like water, I just put a little water. So apologize for that, but you're gonna have to go to somebody much smarter and brighter than me. And there's other channels for that. We can point you to them too. I use water because it's more pH balanced. Okay. Well, I might just keep it in my garage and I'll just be using it. Gets cooler and deeper in 3D printing and tech you go. Yeah. Yeah, I was just talking to somebody yesterday and he's actually putting together a course on how to learn how to design and everything. And he was laughing at me because I told him I was using Tinkercad. And he said, we've got to upgrade you. And it's just like my hydroponics. I really don't want to learn too much more. I just want to learn what I need to know. But when I was looking into it, I was watching all the stuff that people are building, like these articulating dragons and snakes. It prints it in place. I've actually got this thing called an infinity box. Was one of the first tests I made. I don't know if you know what that is, but it's a little box that folds up. It's a little cube, right? It's like 8 little cubes together. And you open it up, then it opens the other way, then it opens the other way, then it flips back and it's a cube again, and it float, and you keep flipping it. And you actually print this thing all at once, and you don't put anything together. It prints it with all these moving parts. When you pull it off, you kind of just break it apart. They snap, and once they do, it moves. So it's pretty cool. And once you get into the engineering, like me, I'm not smart enough to figure all that out and put it together. I'm smart enough to put a cylinder and another little one and make a hole in it, or to put like basic shapes together. But like I've seen these people making all these like dragons and cosplay outfits and just all kinds of stuff. And now my printers are just constantly running because we get so many orders, and these things take, like this one will take over an hour to print. So if I can only print 8 in a day, so if we're getting orders, I got to have it like running. So it's constantly just making these different things, and nothing like really fun or whatever. So it took all the fun out of my 3D printing. Thanks. I'll tell Mike. Cool. Yeah. If I missed something, y'all let me know. Keely knowing the specifics, looking at super electrolytes, RO water. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. She'll be looking at it. There was very honeycomb looking. Yep. Am I way behind on the chat, guys? If you drink nothing but RO water, you'll be shift balance minerals. Okay. Y'all talking about the RO water still. I'll let y'all go. Let me see if there's any. I'm telling Mike, you got to get a lot dumber than me. We're in a race. We're in a race to the bottom, right? Be dumber than me. Yep. And what we're talking about, like being the dumbest in the world, it's not that we're trying to be dumb. It's that I know what I can grow. David, you know what you can do. That, we want everyone to know at least what I know. And then you can always go on from there, right? So I want to teach everybody that if everybody knows more than me, then the stuff that I'm doing, I know everyone can do that. Whether they do it or not is, up to them. But just knowing there's a lot of people out there that don't know about like microgreens, and you can take the microgreen and grow it out a little bigger. And I get questions every day. What's the difference between a sprout and a microgreen, or when you plant it in the ground or when you plant it in the downspout? And you know, that some people just don't know. And if we can educate everybody to at least know that much, then the world will be a whole lot better place. No worries for hydroponics. All the enzymes created by microplastic or microscopic. Yeah, I use 30% vinegar for my HD for my pH down. Awesome. Yeah, I know some people use vinegar and baking soda and stuff in theirs, right? Also, I use Hucho's channel. Yeah, but Hucho sells all of his. I give mine away for free. Roughly 2 millimeters per 1 gallon. Mike, you foresee her wanting one of those dragons, but her. Oh, okay. She wanted one of the dragons. Has her design on paper before she can put it into. Yeah, should get to it. And like I put my files up on Thingiverse. There's a lot of people that have like the things already. You know, it might not be the exact shape, but there's a lot of files that are out there just to play around with that you can download the file. And once you learn how to run the slicing program, you can get started like doing a whole lot of things just all at once. What about plants drinking at social gatherings? Compost tea, right? And I love tea, but not compost tea. What variety of greens don't do well in master blend have you found? Arugula. And or maybe just not so much when they first start. I find arugula like starts off like pretty much with water. It does all right. And basil. Different. The cinnamon basil I did, master blend, it took off. And when you see the videos where I have like the towers full of basil and I'm picking up the thing with all the roots, that's cinnamon basil. And I think that's related to a Thai basil. The regular Genovese that like is most of the basil you get in the store if you just go buy basil. I found that does better just in straight water. And I'll start that in just a little bit of nutrients, and it can be master blend or general hydroponics. They're the only two things I use right now too. And I'll put just a little, get them going. And as they're shooting up, if it looks like they need a little, I'll give them a little shot of nutrients. But otherwise, I'm just keep giving them straight water. So, and basil will just take off and keep going. And if you do straight nutrients like I do the other ones, the leaves all shrivel up and crinkle up like that. But everything else, you know, as far as if you look at my channel, what I'm growing, everything else does pretty cool. What do bees groom their hair with? Honeycomb. I want to be dumb as you, Bowtie. Okay. Hey, that's what. Yeah, if we can all be at the same level. That's cool. All my plants seem to love master blend. I grow a lot of succulents too. Oh, cool. That's awesome. Yeah, the master blend works really good. KISS method is the best way to go. Exactly. I took the girls camping, gave explicit no higher than here directions on my squash. No, I'm sad. Oh, okay. Yeah. They might bounce back. But that's what happens to me. That's why you don't see a bunch of squash. I grew squash just so I could show people. And I grow a lot of greens and all that because I'll like sit there and grow something for months and then I'll do something stupid and kill them and then be like, oh, I wasted like 3 months of my life. I love the ease of your videos. You said anyone can do this. Awesome, Tanya. That's our main focus here. Did you hear about the bee that was allergic to honey? When it ate some, it got beehives. Are you Googling these or do you just have them in your back pocket? Keely, I had a delicate squash and everything. Talking to Keely about her squash. Aw, I have my son printing for me occasionally. That's cool. Yeah, a lot of people do that. And some people, if you want to print any of these, some people just like know somebody that says like, oh, I'm doing that, or their son's doing it, and they just ask them to go over. If they'll run you can buy the filament or whatever from them and just ask them to print it. And some people said there's libraries that you go over and you pay so much per foot for filament. Some charge you so much per hour for doing it, and just different things. But you can go and take the file and go print them up yourself. Chats is so relaxing. Cool. I love cinnamon basil. Yeah, isn't that cool? When you take it and you know how you do basil and you rub your hand on it and you can just smell basil going everywhere. This one has like a cinnamon smell when you do it. It's really cool stuff. I actually got one little packet right now. It's expensive stuff. I get like little 1 ounce or 4 ounce things at the most. You get like a 1 pound bag, because cinnamon, I mean, basil is like real tiny, tiny seeds, right? So if you buy that like amaranth, you don't need a big bag. It's not like big seeds, or like real tiny little seeds. So basil is one of those that you don't need a pound of it. You can get away with 1 to 4 ounces. Tomorrow might be my basil hydroplanting day. Awesome. We love that. I think Corey, my son's got some basil going right now, but we're going to plant some more out, including that cinnamon one, and we'll see like both of them, how they are. Hey, from Florida, Ortiz, how are you doing? How do you make an egg roll? Push it. So you can make me hungry now, talking about honeycombs and egg rolls, and I want an egg roll. Keely, Mike, I'm watching both YouTube and Facebook. I can see all the comments. Cool interaction. Oh, cool. Yeah, I didn't think about that. If you're just like on Facebook and there's a couple people, you only see half the comments. See, I'm streaming to both, and both of the comments are coming in, so you guys can see up here on the screen, right? Hey, neighbor, Destin, thank you for your insight. Seems so stressed. Take a breath. Yeah, take a breath, relax, have fun. That's the whole thing of what we're doing. That's why we try to keep it cheap, easy, get the beginners in here. We're not trying to teach people about metering and doing all of that. We want you to at least grow some food, have some fun. I like doing a continuous harvest system where then you can grow, your microgreens into baby greens and some into full mature plants and start over again and not get too stressed about it and have fun, because then you're going to stick with it. There's a lot of people that I heard getting into hydroponics, first thing they do is try tomatoes, and they'll grow a bunch of tomatoes and all these plants, and 2 months later, like something will happen and they'll die before they even get a fruit on it. And then they're like, I'm not doing that again. That was a waste of time. So I just have a vision of something, just what I want to do. She will keep them in stitches. Yeah. What do you call an alligator wearing a vest? An investigator. Cool. I'm due. What the soil scientists read the news. Compost. Can you post the STL in the description, please? Yeah, come back later. I can't stop what I'm doing and get off of this program. I can put it up there later. Just look up, go on Thingiverse and look up Keep on Growing with underscores. It's keep KEEP underscore ON underscore GROWIN. You'll find me. Am I catching up? Basil is super small. Yeah, chia too. And both of those are, I can't say it. Well, y'all can't say it. You can smell it, mucilaginous or something. When you wet them, they get real sticky glue. That's why you have them on the chia pet. That's why we can do some of those. We did a couple in the trays. How do you turn fruit into a vegetable? Throw a watermelon up into there and I come down a squash. Watching on my laptop and my iPhone. Cool. Thank you. If you accidentally get kicked off of one, you're on the other. I planted one Thai basil in a garden bed a few years ago. It reseeds. Oh, that's cool. Every year, and you have it totally taken over the bed. Easy to collect basil seeds. Awesome. Yeah. And Keely actually eats the flowers. Once it starts to flower, before it has a chance to make seeds in it, as soon as it blossoms, Keely's like grabbing the flowers off and tossing it in her salad. Which herb can't be found in the military? Basil. It makes the base ill. I'm watching on my laptop net. Since you sent more than one adapter, I think we will do one with pak choi and the other with different basils. I'm missing my abundance of basil this summer. Yeah, we got to get some more going. It was just way too hot. We got a couple just struggling through, and that's why we're waiting for this cool weather. Who's waiting for fall in the United States? This has been like this a hot summer for chicken and tuna salad wraps. Yeah. And isn't that cool if you have something like that, like the bucket I had, and you have all that basil, and you really don't even think about it. It's just whenever you're cooking, and then you're like, oh, wish I had some basil. You just walk out there and grab some. And it's not like you go digging in your refrigerator and you pull out the little package you had in there for 2 weeks, and it's all black and dripping in that. What do you call a sick vegetable? horseradish. Gelatinous. It began with an M, though. It was mucilaginous or something like that. Thai basil has a really nice flavor, too. Yeah, it does. Looking forward to fall. Yep, fall, hot and smoky, Oregon. Me, yeah, I can't wait. Leaf, lettuce, basil, massive enough. Yeah, yes. I have my microgreens in the house. The sun is just too intense. Yep. We'll put ours. I've got the shade house. So I'll take it out there if it's like under 90. But most of the time we're growing ours inside, and actually inside my washroom, it's not climate controlled. It's an outdoor one. And there it goes. That word. Y'all practice saying that word. And I got the digital thermometer on it, and it was 93 where the plants weren't up around the lights. It was like 100 degrees. So still hot, still kind of hard raising the plants right now. And that's why I thought we'd go through this, the course, get people set up and all that. And then that way, instead of waiting until fall, mention it, then everybody's already growing. Then they're trying to do this and that. I want them to have all this ready to go under their belt. And then we'll all start growing. I have 9 sweet basil plants. Awesome. Yes, sir. You have motivated me to try the bucket towers for the first garden ever. Cool. Let us know how it goes. I could use recommendations on continuous harvest plants on the towers and that. Please. Thank you for motivating us. Yeah, mostly leafy greens and that. All the stuff. Just look at my videos, the stuff you see me growing. Pak choy. Kales do good in there. You're not going to get a full thing of kale, especially if you put several of them in one bucket. But you'll get a whole bunch of baby greens, and those will keep growing, and you can keep doing what they call cut and come again. There you go. Everybody practice. When we get on the live streams, I'm going to have you all say that. Hot off grid. Oh, yeah, not even a fan. Wow. Here we go. Mucilaginous. Is that close? Mucilaginous. Oh, that was somebody new. I missed. See, now these are going by really fast. Mr. Jenkins, I'm sorry. Welcome. And you spelled it right. Mike, off topic. How do I kill hundreds of squash bugs in the way that I can still eat my food? Anybody that knows that, talk with Juliana there and hopefully not hurt my butterflies and bees. She said she's got hundreds of squash bugs. What do y'all do for your squash bugs? Because for all of we don't use any pesticides. We don't use anything. Sometimes the bugs get the plants. I'm more of a just nature boy and let everything go and let nature go at it because, but I know some of y'all can't do that. And some of y'all are like HOAs and, we let things go. And like I said, then if the bugs are there, the predators will be there. And if you take everything away, then those predators will go somewhere else for food. And then everything might be out of balance and have to go back and forth. I just like watching things go. And we had a bunch of mosquitoes after all that rain that came through. And then the next day I was sitting out there, took Teachy, our dog, out front, and the little sparrows and what are the ones, starlings, or the ones that fly around and they make a little chirp, 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 chirp when they're flying. But there was like a whole swarm of them flying around, a flock going after all these mosquitoes. And at the same time, there was a swarm of dragonflies at the same time, just darting around all over. And you could see them way off in the distance, the little tiny, dots just flying around, but all these little dots just flying around in the air, scooping up and getting all the mosquitoes. It's pretty awesome. Use a portable vacuum. There's one. You're gonna have to go after them. Some people actually got the portable one, what's it called? The little hand vac or something with the little nozzle on it. And then you go after, some people are like sucking off like aphids and different things like that too. Squash bugs. Not even exaggerating. They're decimating them. Wow. I'm usually am, but I'm trying. 7. Yeah, that's what we'd use when we were a kid. I remember my grandpa would come out with white dust all over the place. Have you guys seen this off topic? And you know what? I can't believe it's an hour already. I was going to talk about these, but we'll go through. We'll have a drawing for this. We'll talk about these later. If you guys kind of know which ones are which, I'm going to have a drawing and let you pick what kind. I'll go through it real quick, like 10 minutes. But did you? We talk about the victory gardens, right? And that's what I like is if we get back to those days where most people, and even then, it's war, famine, just all kinds of shit going on around the world, and they're saying, to help, that most of the men are away, and just to help back home, it was like the patriotic duty for people to grow a garden, which sounds like everyone here, everybody would grow a garden, but it was something like 60 or 70%. It was some insane number, but still, it wasn't like 95% or something like you would think, right? But that's what, everyone needs to do that now. Everybody has to have it. So we should bring back, that's what maybe in the group, see, this is brainstorming because somebody just made me think of that. I don't know why I thought of that, but we'll go around and say, bring back the victory gardens or modern day victory gardens or something. We'll come up with like some kind of name or hashtag, and we'll all start doing that and start pushing it that, people should do that, whether it's a big garden or whether it's a little tiny square foot thing, or whether it's growing some microgreens in your kitchen, that somewhere, somehow you're growing a little bit of your food. And then that way, the way we do it, if you do it and you have fun and you can repeat it over and over, you'll keep doing it. And what happens is, just like riding a bike, before you know it, you're just doing it without like thinking about it. And then you can add on, then you're getting the fancy bikes and stuff, right? And going down off-road and everything. So everybody should be doing like a victory garden. But I was watching the original video, the stuff, the public service announcements that they put out in the videos, the black and white. It's public domain now. So if you guys actually have it, we could sit here and play it. Wow, we'll do that one night, maybe another night. And it was funny because, it's your patriotic duty and everybody should start a garden. Look at Johnny. He's out there helping, and Johnny's out there with looks like a fire extinguisher, but it's what they're using to spray the pesticide, and no protection or anything. They don't have gloves or mask or anything, and the little dude's out there like spraying all this white powder all over the place. A little kid, but that's what they're putting out. That was their patriotic duty. Nobody knew back then, but it was pretty funny. I think the dude was actually like smoking a cigarette too while he was doing his garden. That was the thing back then. All right, so let's see, y'all are talking there. I could be here all night going through the comments. Let me set up the drawing. You guys keep talking amongst yourself. I'm gonna pull up the drawing thing here real quick. And if you're new, I'll explain just like the elevator pitch, a 30-second, which ones are which. And what we're going to do is have a drawing, and you pick which one you want me to send you. One day I'm just going to keep this on a tab so I don't have to keep looking for it, because I do it like almost every night anyway, right? Present. All right, see if you can see that right there. There we go. Choose live stream. Let's brainstorm. I didn't even talk too much, but we are brainstorming, right? That's what the victory garden thing. See, so that's an idea that's going to be like a big project. So that's cool. Everything up. Let's see. We got to pick a hashtag. I'm back. Keely's back. Headed out. Been sweet. Catch up next time. Later, Penny. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. I don't want to do adapter. That's too much. How about plant? We just do that. Hashtag plant. And when everybody's putting it in, I'm going to go through these to show you. I'll put start collecting. Somebody type hashtag plant in the chat. There we go. I'm going to hit start collecting and we'll see. Then there you go. So you can see it just like that. Okay, 5 and 6 and it'll keep going. Can you all see that little tiny number? 6. So just like that. And don't put, you only have to do it once. You can do it a couple times if you want to see, but don't spam the chat. It only counts one time. See, everybody's getting to know. Just hashtag plant without anything else on it. And start putting, and unfortunately, US only. Like I said, on down the road, I'm going to figure out something to do for my international friends and that. But any special thoughts on getting the larger seeds started for microgreens like beets? Yeah, those usually I start those with a little bit of soil. And if you look at some of my older videos, I've got the self-watering. I took the 2 ramen trays and put them together, and I put a paper towel for a wick, put a little bit of seed starting soil. Then I put those seeds on it and cover it a little bit and spritz it. And I start them that way. And then that way it kind of keeps it moist. You don't have to worry about having to water it all the time. I start, let's see, what's the other one that's big like that? Beets, chard is like that too. That takes a while. So chard doesn't really work well in like tossing it in the hydroton and that. So bigger ones I do that. I still use the soil. That's why people keep asking me, what's the best way? Why are you using sand now? Is that better than I'm like, there's no better. I have no favorite. That's like saying, what's your favorite kid, right? I just find different ways to do things, and I enjoy them, and certain things work for different things. And some people can't get certain things like the downspouts. People couldn't get downspouts everywhere, so we figure out different ways to do it. So there's no favorites. We're just trying to help everybody a little at a time. Excuse me, sir. I thought you were going to do adapters. I'm sorry. Oh, we're going to give away an adapter. It's just I didn't want everyone to have to try and spell adapters. We'd have adaptors and adapters and stuff like that. I just figured plant was a lot easier. Favorite kid depends on the day. All right, I'm going to tell her. Is she watching? All right, real quick, when that's running, let me make myself a little bigger. You can see there's 20. All right, so everybody's getting in there. So whoever wins, I'll let you pick instead of just saying we're just going to do this. This one fits mason jars. Now, some people are going and buying the cheap mason jars. It won't fit those. The threads are just a little off, and you strip it out. But this, is it backwards? But right there, ball, mason jars, and the regular lid, not the wide mouth one. I've got a file for the wide mouth one up on Thingiverse. And those just take me too long to print. If everybody, if I got 100 orders for that, I would be printing those for a week and nothing else. But that's for the mason jar. We've got one for the big. So if you order this one, we know what you guys are drinking or whatever, right? If you get the big bottles like that, that one screws on top of that one. We've got this one that just snaps on. Long neck bottles. And this could be like, I think this one was, what's that? Root beer, the real strong root beer. Anybody drink that? Not Barks or whatever, but like the real strong one, like the ginger beer. We have green bottles. Ginger beer comes in it. It's real spicy. And this was, it might be Barks. I forget. It's one of those. Who drinks root beer? This one just snaps on it like that. Well, it goes down straight, just like that. Right? And these aren't, so when it's like that, you can't pull it back out, right? So this was like grow your microgreens, harvest, start over. And then we got on a little bit further. This, if you guys drink a lot of this, instead of throwing these into recycling, then this one fits this. So if you see the one that says pop bottle. Right? So that's the pop bottle one. Y'all are going to forget. I'll show you so many. Then somebody went and put the mason jar one and the pop bottle one together. And I saw that online. So I went and did one. So this one's a hybrid. And it will fit either one. So right like that. your mason jar fits on it, right? And then if you don't want to use the mason jar, the pop bottle fits in the middle. Now I haven't like threw a bunch of other ones together like that yet, but you could use either one. We might be making little hybrids of other ones, but we can only do so much at one time, right? And then everybody's asking for the refillable. So this is a little longer, is just so that it will hold the bottle up. And now instead of screwing it on, this just goes in there. And that's what y'all saw last night. He said, how do you refill it? And I actually did a little video. You'll see the video, but wait for this to go all the way down. Right at wherever the bottle top is, like right in here, that's how deep your water is going to be. Like right about in there, right? So if you see water still up here, if you pull it out, that water is going to rush down in there, overflow. So what you want to do is wait till you see no more water in here, right? Pull it out, fill it up with water. And it might take a couple of tries the first time. I've been doing it. It's pretty easy. You don't have to fill it right to the top when you refill it, so you can tilt it a little. I'd fill it maybe right about in there if you're new at it. Just take it, and you're going to see the middle. Your plants are growing around it, so you're going to see there's going to be like a little target, and you just go like that. And so you guys know if you take your bottle and dump it like that, it takes a while for the stuff to come out, right? So you're not going to be sitting here going like this and it's going glug, 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 glug. So don't do that. Take it, boom, and it's right back in there. Now you're refilled. You can wait 3 or 4 more days. Or if it's like hot like this, it can take a couple of days. Now, I don't even have this one on the side. I haven't even started selling this because I've just been so busy with the other ones. I didn't want to confuse everybody. If you do drink a lot of these and you're just tossing those into the recycling, I made one so that this fits in it too. So I've got something growing out there right now. I had to make it a little bit bigger because I would use the same thing, but see, it doesn't fit all the way down in there, right? So I had to go ahead and make it just a little bigger so that it fits on there. So I'm not even selling these yet. So if you get those, and Juliana, I think that's what that was for. If y'all want any of those, let me know. So we're going to do the drawing. What do we got? I can't even see. Is that kind of scary when I look up? 22 people. And there's 64 people in here. Is that, I know it's just United States, so we've got 44 people out of the United States. And we'll go ahead and draw for that real quick. Whoever wins gets to choose which one they want. And if you forget, I'll go through them real quick again when you win. But I got everything over here. I don't want to like drop stuff all over the place. All right, are we ready? Definitely had 2 with no threads. Okay, that was it. That was just the, what do you call it? I wanted some other people to go ahead and try. Keely, you want to go ahead and ban this guy? All right, goodbye. Some people just can't be happy for other people. But we don't have no time for that. Alrighty. Hashtag plants. We're going to go through. Let's do this. It's been on there long enough, right? All right, a couple more people did. 27. And if some people just kind of cruise in right now, I'm going to give you a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, okay? Hashtag plant. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Melody, Liz, Hillbilly, Phyllis, Bowtie, Rhonda, Patricia, Tim, Winston, Serena again. Carrie, Living Life. You're the winner. Cool. Everybody say congratulations. Here's my email, Carrie. If you already know which one, you can tell me, but you don't have to tell me. You can just email me here. Keep on growing. If you got a question about one of these, ask a question and I'll tell you about it. But if you already know about them, like I explained it, because I'm like the expert orator, you know which ones work, then you just pick it, email me here and tell me which one you want. And remind me, I'm going to give you 2 and I'll ship them out tomorrow, okay? Or over the weekend. Tomorrow's Saturday. So maybe by Monday or whatever, we'll get them going. And I might even throw some seeds. How about y'all want to do one seed before we go? Or no? Y'all had enough seeds, microgreens, or y'all want to do one real quick? 9:12. And I'll let you go because it's Friday night. If y'all want to see some seeds, just say yes. Because thank you again, everyone who bought the sample packet. And that helped out a friend of mine that I know that's going through cancer treatment. And she's in UK. And we raised like $230 like in one day to help her out. And that was like, you got like 6 of these. And it was $9.99. It's not, don't go looking on Etsy. It's not up there right now. But this, because I just did it for one day to help her because I had to sit here all day and like pack hundreds, these little things and then put them in boxes and labels. And that's what I was doing. So I took it back down. And we might do it in the future, but I can give away. See, I've got some left that are already marked. And I had, yes, somebody said, yes, Mike. What's that? Our date Friday night. I'm the date. Awesome. Who's paying? Broccoli, mammoth red cabbage, pak choy, arugula, which we haven't been doing a whole lot of arugula, and I got arugula in there. Let's see, I said broccoli. There was one other thing. Radish, China rose, I think China rose. And then this was a surprise. All the people that got that and helped out. And I threw this instead was a Asian mix. And this has Mizuna, pak choy, daikon, some kind of cabbage, machili. You gardeners out there? See, I'm not a real gardener. So what kind of cabbage is that? In tender green. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's like 5 different cabbages and Asian greens in that. So, and this was from a heirloom seed company. So that was like a little special one. So I can toss this in, but I've got, how about we do, I don't know if I got radish left in there. If I do, there's like 6 because we were doing like 4. I'll pick out 4. You'll get 4. I'll make sure you get one of these new ones in it and an arugula. And then I'll grab 2 like broccoli or cabbage or something. So how will 4 do in like a little package? You guys can see I don't really like planning stuff out, right? You can grow it inside or wait till fall. Yeah, you don't have to do it right now. This stuff's not like cheese or anything. It's not going to go, well, cheese doesn't go bad, right? It's not like milk and it's going to go bad next week or anything. Well, you can make cream and butter. This isn't like bread. It's going to get moldy, right? Just save it for fall. Or if you don't want it, there's plenty of people that want it out there too. I'm not twisting. Nobody has to, win anything. Nobody has to do this. We're not twisting arms. So seeds, or should I give away more of those? Or just save that for like the next live stream? We'll do that again next live stream. Let's do 4 of these. All right. And seeds was just easy too, wasn't it? Let me do, I have to refresh this. Let's see if this works again. I'll make it bigger so y'all can see. I have to pick the live stream. And let's brainstorm hydroponics, hashtag seeds. Y'all already on it. 8 people already in. See, the people who's been coming in here already know. So we're going to do that. So we've got adapters and seeds, and then we'll do some stuff next time. But since I'm already packing stuff up, this is like ready to go. I think I've actually got one like even boxed up. So we'll try that. Hashtag seeds, hashtag seeds. Also, don't forget the thumbs up. You guys never hear me saying that, but when we go into the free course and I'm starting to teach people how to set up, I do things different, and I'm like a rebel and I just don't do certain things, but I'm going to be teaching people like what they should do if they, want engagement and calls to action. So my next couple of videos, I'm going to kind of have that because it's kind of hard to teach people and tell them they have to do something and I don't actually do it. So I'm going to take that down. I really don't like it. I haven't been like doing this for years. I like that. How's that? Hashtag seeds. All right, make me small so you can see. Who can read that little number? 25. All right, 25 of you. And if anybody else lives out of the United States and you have experience like shipping stuff back and forth, give me some kind of idea of what would be easy. Maybe like just a piece of plastic, these that we don't have to worry about, and these are light. I know I can't do like seeds and Hawaii too. I can't ship like seeds to Hawaii without going through a whole mess. I'm not even sure about Alaska. Um, Let me know what's easy to ship. What would be an easy price, or should I just like maybe a digital course or my online course, my ebooks? I can give that away if somebody was like out of the United States, I could give them something digital. But any ideas would be helpful. Let's do this quick so y'all can get going. So it's not an hour and a half. 27 entries. Everybody ready? Somebody say yes if you're ready, or a thumbs up, or yes, or whatever. Thumbs up, thumbs up. All right, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bazinga. Charles Damon. JP. Winston. Winston Homestead. You won. You won some microgreen seeds. Everybody say congratulations. Alaska and Hawaii have very similar rules on plants and adapters. Yeah. Yeah, that's why it's so Baker's Creek, who have the proper certifications, work. Yeah. Yeah, I had like that kit together, and I had to tell somebody, I gave him something else that went to Hawaii. Congrats, congrats, congrats. All right, congrats everyone. Awesome. That was fun. I mean, we didn't talk a whole lot about brainstorming, but basically that's what we're going to do if anybody's interested. I didn't tell you, down in the description, there's a link to the free course. There's no videos in the course yet. Like I said, I don't want somebody jumping in there and going ahead and then asking me questions about, something from lesson 8 or something. So I'll have an outline, but this weekend, and we'll have an introduction. I kind of want to get the bulk of us kind of moving together so we can kind of help everyone instead of me going like 100 different directions and driving myself crazy. So there's a link down there if you want to go ahead. We've already got like 60 people. We're like in our live stream and already in there. And you guys who got in there, it's got your date. So the ones who got in the first night a couple nights ago, you're the OGs. I can always go back and look, filter by date, and go back to the beginning. I know who the guys were, my very first ones who got in there. And we might do something special just for you all. Just thinking outside the box, but that's what I'm thinking on down the road. I say I got to go take care. Teacher, yeah, Keely, go ahead. If anybody's got to go, you can go. I'm just like yakking and running my mouth so everybody can say goodnight. Much love. It's Friday. Y'all get out there, have fun, stay safe. And we've got, like I said, you can go test drive to opt in for the free course. It's going to be teaching people how to make money online by sharing their love of gardening. And just like you see all the gardeners out there doing, you can do it too. And the people who already have channels, we're going to help you maximize your exposure and increase your revenue if you need to. So we're going to help everyone out. It's going to be lots of fun. Let's see, grasshopper eat my corn plants. Okay. Just go. If you guys have questions and you can't, like, we're coming on here, go on Facebook. Were you from Facebook or YouTube? You're on YouTube. Go on Facebook and check out Keep On Growing, like groups. And there's a group, and jump in there. A lot of these people who are in the chat are in that group, and you can post a question just like you do in the feed, but it's just right there in that group. And lots of people help you out. There's a lot of people that know I'm working on being the dumbest gardener in the world, but there's a whole lot of people that are smarter than me in that group, and they help each other out. They're awesome. So go check that out. I missed one stream. That's all right. So you're like at the leaderboard. You're up at the top if you caught most of them. Bowtie, real OG. Yeah. Yeah, you're the OG from like years and years and years ago. See y'all later, Miss Stream. Alrighty, cool. I'll stop running my mouth. I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm gonna put a little music on. Well, I might just end the stream. Everybody say goodnight real quick. There's 66 of y'all in here. And let's do a little, hear this. All righty. I had one more question while we're just sitting around and everybody's saying goodbye. Um, I'll go in the Facebook thing or the chat. I might check in the chat. I'll keep my questions till next time. It was cute. That's a little doggy. That's what we're all going to be doing is if everybody can find cool little things and we all plant things and then we'll do it together. I can help people edit. We'll all put out videos and I'll try to drive traffic and even have some people on this channel. So all kinds of stuff going on. David, later. Dan, Juliana, Texas nurse, Julie, good night, everybody. Charles, everybody was in here. Good night. Tony, love y'all. Have a safe Friday night.